The drone is manageable with one person. The drone weighs empty with no battery, about 90 pounds. This is the omnidirectional radar. It's got 360 degrees of vision. We have upward binocular vision, downward binocular vision. These guys right here on the side with the fins are called electronic speed controls. Each one of these controls one motor. Every motor is spinning at a different speed to hold the drone steady and on track and doing what it's supposed to be doing. These pumps on this will actually pump 6.5 gallons per minute. These little guys here on the back are for running RTK 12 foot above the crop canopy. With these sensors on there, now we can maintain that height, so that will keep our spray swath and pattern nice and even across the field.
It's so much bigger than I was expecting, but comparing it to an airplane or comparing it to a ground sprayer, this thing is tiny in comparison to those. I can't wait to see this thing taking off and actually flying in the air applying product. Just for scale and reference, this is probably a more normal, accessible, regular person drone. This is Big Papa right here.
So these are the batteries that power this drone. They weigh about 26 pounds, I believe. We're rapid charging these batteries in 8 to 10 minutes. The flight time on this battery is only about 7 to 10 minutes, depending on how much turning it's doing and how much hovering or transport time to get out and spray. Our main priority from when this thing takes off is to get it out spraying, so then at that point it's expelling weight. We'll go ahead and power it up here. It looks like there's a lot of buttons, but at the end of the day, when we're out doing fungicide, there's very few buttons we're using. We will get the field programmed into the controller, put in all of our settings of what rate we want to spray, how high, and then at that point we will swipe a button and the drone will be fully autonomous.
You can see right here, so here's the field that we're going to be spraying, and in this corner, that's the drone's camera right now.
Oh, that's
You ready?
What do you think about that?
Did you just see that? I'll be honest, that is slightly terrifying. This is so cool. I have never seen anything like this. That's real-time footage, drone going through the field. And it's just right over there. So we're out. We covered about 3.5 acres. We sprayed our 10 gallons, but now it's coming back. We can refill.
You can see right now I'm not even flying it. It's returning to home
Completely by itself. The next step is really simple. Just land it on the ground, which it does automatically. Do a quick battery swap out, fill it up, and you're back in the air going. Okay, we're right at 30 seconds so far for our stop. Less than a minute later, we're back at it. Okay, so this is just water. We're just showing the mist size right here. So this is the super, super fine stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
And this is as we go coarser, coarser, and almost to the point of raindrops.
Oh my goodness, it's like a rain shower coming out of that. So on a ground rig or even a plane, this would be something where you'd have to manually change out the nozzles.
Yes.
But here, we're adjusting all of that just with the slide of your finger.
Yep.
So you're getting super precise.
Very precise.
Very even. To complement the Agris T50, DJI brought out their multispectral drone, the Mavic 3M. It has a highly integrated imaging system, allowing it to create detailed 3D maps for a variety of jobs, including surveying, variable rate prescription, and ag drone routing.
It's mainly used for mapping, but it'll have RGB, NDVI, NDRE, red edge. Those are the images that pull up the green and red pictures on the map. Fly it pretty high up in the air, so that takes a lot of pictures at once. It only takes about 15 minutes to do a perfect 120 acres. Pretty easy to use, pretty manageable.
Ready to get some field mapping done?
I'm excited to see what it looks like.
So we just finished spraying. We're actually going to put some dry fertilizer in this tank, but we wanted to demonstrate just how simple it is to switch from a liquid application to a dry application. So we've rinsed our tank out, rinsed our lines out, and so now we will disconnect these two lines right here. Now our liquid tank can be removed. Twist her in a little. Plug that one plug in, drop the battery in, and we're ready to go spread some dry fertilizer or cover crop. And so this spreader, it's got a hopper opening inside. This thing is all ran off of scales, so it's got 3 different points here telling you how much weight is in the tank. On the bottom, down against the grass, there's actually a spinner disc that we can change the speed to adjust our swath pattern and width. We can actually hold 50 kilograms in here, which is about 115 pounds, 120 pounds of dry product.
This spring, I used an old tractor to plant a sweet corn patch. Now, we have a pivot, and so we've been able to get water to it, but something that our patch is missing is the ability to be fertilized. So I've got a little bit of granulated fertilizer here, and honestly, our patch is small enough, I could probably spread this by hand, but it's gonna be so uneven and take me a while, and it's just not gonna be very precise.
That's almost comical.
Now that we have access to this drone and its dry tank, we have filled it with fertilizer, and now we get to fertilize our sweet corn patch. Since we planted our sweet corn with the old tractors, not the ones that have GPS and mapping and all of that, I'm going to draw a boundary of where we planted our sweet corn, and then the drone will just fly right out there, spread our fertilizer, and come right back. We've got such a nice sweet corn patch. This drone is going to work perfectly, I think. Should we check out an ear, see how it's doing? Looks like some of these top ears didn't get fertilized all the way. These ones are still developing. This bottom part looks really great. Let's give it a taste test. Oh, that's good. I can hear it coming. That was insane. 3 minutes, got my whole sweet corn patch fertilized. We've now seen this thing on corn and sweet corn, more of a specialty crop. Now it's time to move on to a soybean field.
Real-time view. Talk a little
To quote Millennial Farmer, why do you have a Polaris side-by-side? To film ag spray drones.
bit. Yeah. They can get right in the corners, right along the power lines with no issue.
This field is a perfect example of a place where this drone fits in well, because this field is actually so close to the interstate that planes can't fly here and apply fungicide. We're in a creek bottom, stays really wet over here. There's a really tiny road to get back here, and we're right by the interstate. The drone's propellers really push the product right down onto the plants, giving our soybeans that last final push to finish out the season here.
Now they just got to clean it up, load it back up on the trailer.
Yeah, these things get pretty tough.